Welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
All right, we're starting. Shut the fuck up. It's the only virus spreading across America thanks to XM satellite radio.
Right.
I think this satellite radio thing's going to be the next big thing, Anthony.
Yeah, you think it's taking off?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's like the hula hoop.
Just like it.
Hula hoop.
A little tired this morning, man.
Are ye? Well, you guys were out gallivanting with the Rolling Stones yesterday.
Yeah, we went to the Rolling Stones press conference.
You guys. Out there with the Rolling Stones. Me, I was hanging out with Barry Shapiro. Talking about my finances.
Ooh.
And health insurance and retirement funds and
Yeah, we have we were just talking. We have people around us that just live a different life than Anthony and I, and I'm sure Jimmy as well. Yeah. Because we haven't talked to you about this, but we don't care, man. These guys are opening up like, I don't know. I don't even know, like
they're a bunch of little accounts.
Little accounts to save $2,000 here, $1,000 here, all legally and stuff. But it's like, what? Why don't you call us and let us know how we could save a big chunk of money?
This is like, their job.
It's like they go through all these I don't know, like all these little things to save $1,000 or something.
Dude, I was looking at formulas and graphs. He came over with a stack of papers with pie charts and colored graphs and acronyms and plotting of diversification of your portfolio. Ooh. Where you see these square boxes with X's in them and then little dots in the corners of the boxes that represent high risk, high yield, low risk, high yield, low risk, low yield. And he's going on, and I'm sitting there looking at this just going, what?
You ever get too much information in a situation like
yesterday,
that? Where your brain just decides to shut down?
It shuts down to the point where I'm looking going, his briefcase is brown.
Yeah.
Like I'm just staring, like he's talking, and I'm like, look at the latch on that briefcase. It's like a gold type. Yeah, what?
It's so true.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm understanding.
I've been in situations where you're following somebody and what they're saying, and they give you more and more info, and your brain it just can't keep up. And all
I got it. You lost me.
You lost me, and then all of
gone.
a sudden you just hear white noise.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that's an ice cream cone.
See, you want your alpha number to be low because that is the volatility. But your beta number, you want to be high because what? Alpha, what?
Did you ask him the most important question yesterday?
What was that?
How to take our Citadel stock and make it a good thing?
Fareed, you fuck.
That's what you should have said to Barry. Fix this.
Fix this problem.
Take this and make me some money, and then I'll be impressed.
You want to make fun of me and Opie? Just check the Citadel stock, CDL. Check it on a daily basis and laugh along with us.
Yeah, laugh and laugh.
That plummet into nothingness. It's at an all-time low. It's in the 11s now.
We got in at 19, I think.
19 on the IPO. Woohoo!
19 on the IPO.
Thank you.
It's safe to say that Anthony and I were banking on this one.
I was hoping this would be the one, Opie.
Yeah.
I was hoping.
We got together, Anthony and I, on our cell phones, and we're just going back and forth, going, this is a good thing. How much are you going to throw in?
Oh, please.
Well, if you're going to throw in that much, I'm going to throw in that much.
Well, I'm going to top you then, and I'll put in this much.
And what are you going to do with all your money?
Oh, please. I'm going to be on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean.
It's safe to say we are taking a massive beating from that stock at this time.
Ugh.
A massive beating.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing yesterday. That was my afternoon. Right when I got home, Barry came to the door, and that was it. He
really, really loves his job, too.
He certainly does.
He just can't get enough of it.
He's just talking about insurance, like health insurance. It's a big issue, isn't it, with everyone in the country. He knows everything about it. He came over with sheets of papers that spelt out all kinds of benefits for health insurance from all kinds of different companies, and I'm going through them, and he's like, I bring over all these just so I could show you what's available so you can make the choice, instead of me just going, this is what I think is the best. And meanwhile, all I want him to do is show me what he thinks is the best. I don't want to know. It's like, this one doesn't really offer that many participating doctors. Well, then I don't want it. Give me the best one.
Know what he should have done? He should have just, like, color-coded all of them.
Yeah.
And held it up to you, and you go,
blue is pretty.
That's what I was going to get at. I like the blue one.
The blue color's pretty.
Right.
I want blue insurance. Give me blue insurance.
Because in the end, we don't know. Just tell us.
Yeah.
Just tell us.
Unbelievable.
That's very funny. Yeah, we went to the Rolling Stones press conference yesterday after the show.
Yeah.
It was an all-day affair. It took all day. God. It took us, what, an hour and a half just to get into the press conference?
Yeah, and that line of my black sweatshirt and my stupid jacket was awful.
Oh, yeah. Ben and I are in T-shirts, and Jimmy shows up and just it made us all uncomfortable.
Why?
It was like 70 degrees out. It was an outdoor thing, and Jimmy's got the Richard Pryor black heavy sweatshirt on.
The weather is a little wacky, though. It's chilly in the morning.
And then it gets hot.
And then it gets hot in the afternoon. And what is a man to do?
Well, I asked him as we were standing online, I'm like, Jimmy, do you check the weather ever before you go out of the house? You were dressed like it was going to be like 40 degrees yesterday.
I know. I never do it, though. I never even look out the window. I just leave. If it's raining, I'm like, why didn't I look out the window? I had an umbrella.
So we're just waiting online with all the other schmucks, thinking we're somebody.
Heavy security?
Not really.
No?
I just hate playing that game. I just hate it.
What?
There was heavy
like
security for the band.
Huh?
There was heavy security for the band, hence when Jim went running over trying to get his photo.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Certainly did.
Oh.
But I knew I wouldn't. My thing was this. After that great shot in the post, by the way, where they're all walking on stage, they had massive security with them. You couldn't. I just wanted Ben to take a picture. You might be able to get them for a second.
Like you in the foreground and them in the background?
Or if you go, hey, Mick, did you, and he might look at you, and you never know.
Right. You're trying for a phony photo op.
Of course I am. But it was so, the security, they walked by really fast. There was no way to do it unless you had, like, the type of things you photograph safaris in Africa with.
Running horses.
Yeah. Maybe this is known as the suburban boob, failing to get a photo with 4 legends. And I was trying to talk to him as he walked by. I'm like, Mick? Ron?
Oh, could you touch their arm?
No.
Not even close.
No, huh?
The security guard, who I think rode over on the roof of a car, if anybody remembers that cartoon, was kind of keeping... was kind of scolding me, get back! Get back! And I backed up like a half a foot, and then the other guy came over and goes, he just told you to get back, and you didn't get back.
Oh, boy, Jimmy's starting trouble.
No, Jimmy doesn't start any trouble ever, because he's always paranoid he's going to get kicked out of the event.
Scared?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was he just the whole event thinking you're going to get thrown out?
You're all right.
I had a little bit
You've
of a
been
reason
worse.
to be nervous, though.
You've been worse.
I get there, and we're all in line.
Well, I got to just say real fast, we're all waiting to get in,
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, they're telling everyone with a video camera, to get to the front of the line, because they want the video to go all over the world. Right. Jimmy has a serious problem with this, because he's all pissed off, because there's a lot of these people that were behind us in line.
Uh-huh.
We're just going in to watch. I guess we're talking about it on the air now, so it is helping the cause. Sure. But in general, we weren't there to help the cause. We were just there to check it out, basically, and maybe get a photo or whatever.
Close.
So, all the videographers, they're telling to come to the front of the line and get through, and Jimmy's just like, of course.
Oh, boy.
Getting all mad.
All cranky.
All cranky, like, yeah, of course, I figured this would happen. And then after that, they go with and then they go with just the regular photographers, the paparazzi and the magazine guys that are shooting photos. So Jimmy's still pissed off. And I'm like, Jimmy, come on, stop. And then we finally get in there, and of course there's a problem.
Of course.
We're supposed to get 3 press passes. There were only 2 there for us. For Ben and I.
Shoes and sparks. And it was like every event... Every high school thing, every grammar school thing. What? No little Jimmy Norton on that list, huh?
Dude.
We have a badge for Jimmy Robinson.
Yeah, Helen's
None for little Jimmy
Mick
Norton.
is asking for Helen.
Anthony, you walk up to the table and you give your names and what company you're from, whatever. And there's a whole bunch of envelopes. You know, you've been in this situation, right?
Sure.
And they're thumbing through the envelopes and they get, oh, Ben Sparks. And then Ben's like, there should be one for Hughes and Norton. Here's Hughes. And then there's not much left in the stack of envelopes. And I'm just praying. I'm like, oh, for the love of God, please have an envelope for Norton. Because we all know how he is.
Yeah, he'll just lose his
And
mind.
sure enough, they get to the back, and there's none. And all of a sudden, Norton's like, figures, I know it. Shouldn't be a problem.
It's supposed to be the Virgin Records, too. There's a couple of options.
Options.
To it. So thank you for whoever at Virgin was supposed to do it for nothing.
So then all of a sudden, they're like, well, maybe we could get you in. Why don't you wait till everyone else is signed in? And at this point, the line is still at least 100 people. And so now we're standing there waiting when we could be up where the press conference is going to be and stargaze and check everything out. And we're just standing there with Jimmy like, oh,
so you
God.
guys are kind of sececretly pissed because you don't want to wait.
Of course. And then at one point I go, we're waiting about 5-10 minutes, and all of a sudden I go, hey, I want to go check this out. I'm going to check it out to see if we can maybe work something out here.
Yeah.
So I walk through the security guard guy that's checking. I go up there. And I'm hanging, and I'm really debating if I'm even going to go back down to help Jimmy.
Well, I look up, and I see you looking over the ledge relaxing. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem like he's really seeing how it's working up there. It seems to me like he's relaxing.
So then we came up with a little scam to get him in.
Yeah. Not only that, we had 3 unbelievable seats reserved for us. That was the other thing, though. It said Opie and Anthony on 3 seats in the 5th row.
It was like a concert, though. He comes down with Ope's pass and brings me up.
Yeah. Always has to be some kind of scam going on.
Yeah, like we're 16 again. We're sneaking a pass to him.
Yeah.
And then me and Ben had to sit between us at the Opie and Anthony seats. And they're like, every time someone comes in, we have to lean in because Ben's got his jacket zipped up so they don't see that he's not wearing a badge.
Yeah, because we're in the 5th row. We forgot to mention that. We're right
row.
We're right there, dead center. Dead effing center. And so we sit down, and Matt Lauer's there, and that was kind of cool to check out.
Peter Wolf.
Peter Wolf was there with his wig.
Oh, it wasn't a wig. That was very natural.
Yeah, sure it is. His wig and hat. I had an uncomfortable moment with Peter Wolf. I was telling you guys, Anthony and I flew out to L.A. for one of those Grammy junkets, and we were staying at the Sunset Hotel there. What was it called? Just Sunset.
The Hyatt?
Hyatt, right, on Sunset Boulevard. And he was staying there because remember he flew out?
Yeah.
And, you know, after you're done with your broadcasting and stuff, you go to the hotel, whatever. Then maybe you walk down to Starbucks that's pretty close to there or whatever. So I hit the street. And I turn a corner, and there's Peter Wolf. I swear to you, if he wants to sue me, well, so be it. But this is what I saw. I saw Peter Wolf without the glasses, without the hat, and without the wig.
Wow.
Bald as could be.
Oh, boy.
And we made eye contact because we talked on the plane, remember?
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, my God, that's Peter Wolf without all this stuff on. Oh, my God.
What was he doing out without his stuff?
I guess he was... honestly, unless you just talked to him like 5-10 minutes, prior or on the flight like we did, you probably wouldn't think twice about it. You would just think it's some guy, some bald guy, whatever. But we made eye contact, and it was obvious that I knew that it was him, and it was a really awkward situation.
Yeah. But he had his wig on yesterday.
Yeah. It's awful.
You got a photo with him, right, Jim?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like getting a picture with the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones, Peter Wolf.
It really was the next step down. There was no one else there. Matt Lauer, I don't care about.
Yeah.
There was a big step down. It was the Rolling Stones and then Peter Wolf.
Wolf. Yeah, there's a few people in between there.
That would have been cool, right?
Yeah, anybody.
Anybody.
And then we're sitting next to all sorts of radio guys. The gang from YSP was behind us.
Oh, yeah, Cousin Ed and the other guy, another guy he was with. And
Cousin Ed's cool.
And Tim Sabian, yeah.
Tim Sabian calls Cousin Ed. He's the PD at WYSP for the new listeners.
Yeah.
And Tim Sabian absolutely loves us, wants us on WYSP, but the company just can't see it
Tim's
still.
Great.
Yeah. So Tim, I talked to Tim, and he's like, why don't you go on the air with Cousin Ed? It'd be so cool, blah, blah, blah. And then he talks to Cousin Ed and goes, make sure you don't get him on the air. I'll get fired. So he's playing it both ways. Like he's the cool PD, Why don't you just jump on the air with him?
Yeah. Don't put him on the air.
Yeah, and then he tells Cousin Ed, make sure you don't put him on the air. And we're really good friends, when we're not doing this stupid radio crap. So then all of a sudden it was time for the show, right?
Yeah.
And you don't forget, Earl came in, and of course Earl sits with us in the Swiss media spot.
Oh, that's right. He never got kicked out of that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Earl comes down to the 5th row, and Black Earl. And of course. And the seat to my right is reserved for like the Swiss media, some Swiss media station. So I look at Earl, I go, unless you start bleaching your skin real fast, someone's going to notice you're sitting in the wrong seat.
The worst seat you could possibly steal.
Exactly.
The Swiss media.
And then he has to tell me there are black people in Switzerland. I'm like,
there's not.
Yeah, show me one. Show me one.
There are not.
So then the curtain drops down, and we're right in front of the stage, right, Ann? 5 rows back. I'm stupid me. I'm thinking, oh wow, this is gonna be great seats. 5th row. The stage is right there. They drop the curtain. Now you have to look up about 30 feet to see them perform. They are so freaking high up there. It was the weirdest thing, wasn't it?
So you could see them like way in the back. All the people that they had that weren't in the press area. It's a really weird area because the press area we were at is very high up. But you have to go down a flight of steps to get to the next level where the public,
right?
The regular, non-important people.
There were thousands of people outside the press conference. Thousands. There were people. There were people on the roofs. Yeah. It was really, really cool. So those people could see, because I'm thinking no one else could see except for the people in the press conference.
Oh no, you could see fine because the stage was so high.
What about the canopy? That didn't block the view?
Nah, it might have been from a rooftop angle, but if you're on the ground and you're looking up, there's a big wall.
Right.
You have to walk up the steps, but if you're on the ground, you're looking up at a gigantic wall, and then the press area is above you. So if they would have put that at like floor level for the press area, no one down at the bottom would have seen it. But because they raised it up high...
Wow, they had it figured out pretty good then.
Yeah, it was smart.
Oh, okay, because I'm thinking it was a waste of time for all those people. They weren't going to see anything.
No, because I saw the stage. We were down there. We were down that area getting the media passes. I looked up.
Yeah.
From the back, you could see the stage well.
Yeah, as long as you were beyond that pool.
Right.
Yeah.
So then the Stones did 3 songs. They did Start Me Up. They did a new song called Oh No, Not You Again.
Which was great.
It was a cool song. It's very poppy. It's going to be a hit. It'll be a radio hit, no problem. Even though I guess the CD's not even done yet. And then they did Brown Sugar. They did 3 songs.
Oh, yeah.
But the guys, well, let's take them one at a time. Let's start with Mick Jagger. 62 years old, Anthony. Could still kick anyone's ass in the room. His arm, he was so jacked up, it was scary. His arms were jacked. He kept he wanted to take his shirt off. They're talking about it in the New York media. Wait, give me the post really fast.
Is the headline "Wrinkled Rockers Return"?
Well, you heard.
How many times I heard that on the news last night?
Oh, really? Andrea Pizer, who we saw there, who said getting old was a drag, flashing swatches of his absurdly flat bare belly like a preconception Britney Spears and humping his skinny hips treacherously close to Keith Richards. Geriatric rocker Mick Jagger yesterday wowed New York like a porn star 1/4 his age. So he wanted to show his abs because he's just ripped at 62 years old.
It reminds me of when Opal lifts his arm.
All right.
It's like you look down and the shirt lifts up and you're like, look, like the area between the top of the pants and like we're just like, gee, that's really
exactly. So the guy, I mean, he's just in really, really good shape. Mickey. Then you go to...
and his voice, by the way, was phenomenal.
And dude, he was running around the stage. It was amazing.
Yeah, he sounded great, man.
And then Keith Richards, he's just skin and bones. Not a hint of muscle tone with a beer belly. I've never seen this in my life. He has he does have the body of E.T.
Yeah, he's a mess.
He looks like an alien. His legs are so thin. His arms are so thin. See the bones through the skin. No joke.
Wow.
And then he has this beer belly happening. Then you had Ron Wood, who came out looking...
But to go back to Keith, though, his guitar playing was right on. He was ripping it perfectly.
Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, Jesus. Yeah. I mean, he could do Brown Sugar in a coma at this point.
Right. Well,
he has.
And then you had Ron Wood, who had... That had to be a wig, right? Or something.
Yeah, Peter Wolf was out of sight when Ron Wood was on stage. So I think that one of them forgot their thing.
Ron Wood had
trading wigs.
Yeah.
He had a wig on, then kind of a lime yellow top on with a scarf attached to it, looking.
Ooh.
Yeah, with morgue makeup. Anyone else notice how creepy his makeup was?
I noticed.
He had some kind of weird pancake makeup that made his face even yellowish.
Wow.
Or maybe that was his top there. And then Charlie Watts.
What can you say?
I don't even think he's going to make the first night of the tour.
He doesn't dye his hair, though. You got to respect that.
A lot of people were looking at him like, how is this tour all over the world with the Rolling Stones? Because he's the old, at 4, 65, something like that.
Oh, you know Mick's hair is probably just that gray, too. You know?
Yeah, but it's real,
a big
though.
head of... Yeah, no. Like gray.
Yeah.
They dye their hair and stuff.
So they kicked ass, and then they came out for some questions. And
it's so rigged who they give the I know they have to.
And here's Jimmy getting all pissed off.
Yeah,
it's like, because no surprise, a question from USA Today,
New York Times,
Rolling Stone Magazine,
MTV
News, and of course it has to be little Jimmy Norton.
And BBC, but I wanted to ask a question. I had a question I wanted to ask.
You know what, dude? We messed up.
Why?
Because they had people going around as you raised your hand, you know, and they're trying to see, you know, where you're from.
Where you're from.
We should, like CNN, something, I don't know. Something that
Weekly,
might have worked.
something.
Because Jimmy got really close to asking the famous, you know, question that he does.
I just wanted to ask about the energy of the show. It was amazing to see these guys with the energy, and I wanted to say, energy, you guys have such energy. Do you attribute that a lot of the times because of, like, we have something like today, and then you just got to come up there and do this?
What the fuck are you saying?
Well, there was one Mexican guy. Keith Richards was really funny.
We got all that.
Yeah. Really funny.
Yeah, we can start playing some of these clips. They're really short from the press conference yesterday that we went to.
I think Mick looked at me once, though.
Ooh.
While I was waving.
Listening to the newscasters last night, too, talking about this. They all, like, come back from the clips, and they're kind of rocking and tapping their pens. And going, yeah, this sure does rock, yeah. Like, trying to remember what it was like. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go to one of those shows. I'm going to go see that, the Rolling Stones.
No,
we're
not.
rocking. We're rocking.
I got to tell you, if yesterday was any indication, they could easily still do it. Easily.
Well, the fans were great, but of course the area we were in was all press. And the fucking industry, no performer wants the industry there because you're a bunch of deadweights. You just sit there.
Yeah.
It's happened. You're fucking too hip to be their legs.
Right.
You know, and the Rolling Stones are performing, and the whole front 8 rows and 50 wide
Just dead.
is enjoying it, but nobody wants to show any emotion. We didn't stand up because there was cameras behind us. You couldn't because they were filming. But it was just so annoying. Matt Lauer's there with his fucking suit jacket and his jeans. That's a nice look in 1986 in fucking South Beach, you idiot.
Yeah, he was tapping.
his feet.
He was tapping his foot.
Yuck.
Oh. I'm sure he'll have something very interesting to say on the Today Show this morning.
Foot tap. It was nice to see him just be a civilian.
All right,
He
here's
couldn't
some
get near the Stones.
here's some Spanish guy asking a question to the Rolling Stones. Listen to this.
Hi guys, Alberto Armendariz from Reforma from Mexico and La Nación from Argentina.
Hi.
You're buenos dias. You're once again going to Latin America. I was wondering what it adds, what it gives to you as a band. What's the inspiration that you find there, and also what's the name of the new album?
Whatever you said, yeah. We got one, I know.
What do you think of the fans in Argentina?
Argentina, I'd love to go back, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, fantastic fans. Fantastic fans in Argentina. Brilliant. Loud, masculine, noisy, football-loving.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah, and many of them, and we're very happy to go there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mick's knocked up about how many girls from that area, like how many little kids are there that he has in South America. Seriously,
yeah.
That's his mecca. Yeah, exactly. Of course, he can't wait to get there.
I love it.
I was looking at Mick, and I'm like, this guy has just banged the hottest women in the world. I mean, he's it's not a stretch that Mick Jagger's a rock star, but you look at him and you go, this is a fucking rock star. Like, this is what...
Legend.
Yeah.
I just
Anything. Any chick's accessible to him. Anyone.
This was the question that was asked, Anthony. Go ahead. Right.
Hey guys, Tony Senecal, Channel 11 News, right here in New York. I was out hanging with some of your fans, and one of them had a question. Her name is Shanna Valdemar. She's 17. She's been a fan ever since she can walk, and she wants to know, and I quote, "Where did you get those so sexy moves?"
Gotta let her run.
Off her mum.
Hello. Woo, Shanna!
Mom.
Hello.
You got the sexy moves from her mom.
Off her mum.
Which was
That's where I got him. Yeah, fuck it. I fucked her mum.
That's what a fucking waste of time.
Oh.
Feel-good question, you non-journalist.
She's
The
all
biggest
like,
rock band in the
happy.
world, and you ask that cute question to get a sound clip on your dumb show?
Where do you get those so sexy moves?
Oh. Well, this is what's interesting, to see this whole process take place in front of us. So that was how we answered that question, right? It's really no big deal. And we were there. Everyone pretty much laughed, like, oh, that's kind of cute and funny, whatever, you know? This Andrea Pizer from the Post, she writes her whole article based on that question that was asked. Yeah. She says really fast. And then as the Stones came out to answer questions, a cringeworthy moment arrived.
Oh, no.
A local TV reporter relayed a burning question posed to Mick by a 17-year-old girl who'd evidently skipped school to hear the Stones play. Where did he get those oh-so-sexy moves, the child wanted to know. Members of the audience shifted in their seats as if faced with the mental image of Michael Jackson, a choir boy, and a well-oiled game of Twister.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
She's good.
But Mick swallowed the bait without chewing, not missing a beat. He said he learned the sexy moves about which the young girl asked off her mum. Onlookers grew quiet. We didn't grow quiet.
No one grew quiet.
Onlookers grew quiet. The subject was immediately changed. No, it wasn't. We were all just having fun. Everyone there was just having fun. They got a laugh out of it.
I think Mick is mentioning the fact that they're obviously so much older than this girl, so he's kind of relating to the mom's age. And so who cares? It wasn't uncomfortable for anybody except you, stupid.
Because you needed a story for the Post this morning. There was nothing going on there.
No one cared.
It wasn't even that outrageous. It was obviously just a silly little joke.
Right.
How could Mick answer that? All right, let's answer seriously. Where did we get our sexy moves? Well, from dancing a lot.
Yes.
How do you answer that?
I feel the music, and to look like I'm not just standing in front of a microphone on stage. I move around.
It wasn't a real question. It was more of a statement that she'd love to make a statement just to get some attention, but she couldn't because that was too obvious. So she had to form a question. But it's a non-answerable question.
Of course.
Where'd you get your, and I quote, oh so sexy move? I don't know. Where'd you get your oh so fucking phony TV voice? Idiot.
She was expecting a big applause when she said, Channel 11 right here in New York.
And it got a 0, and her fucking cornball question did, too.
Exactly. Let's go to Pete in Miami. Pete.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Pete.
Hey, who's playing bass with them?
Daryl Jones. Daryl Jones. He's been playing with them since Wyman left.
Okay, yeah, because all the clips, they never show the guy. It's like, that guy is the lifelong sideman of all times. I mean, in all the pictures, it's the Stones, and there's, like, the black dude, right? So
yeah, and visually they make it clear that he's not part of the band, I gotta tell you. Because all the other guys were dressed like, quote, rock stars in their rock star uniforms, what have you. And then Daryl was off to the side, off to Keith's left, in the back, in a suit.
The guy's going to have on his tombstone, Sideman.
Yeah, so, I mean, visually, you're looking going, oh, okay, he's not really part of the band. He's just kind of helping out.
When did Bill Wyman...
piped in,
Yeah.
When did Wyman leave?
I think after the Steel Wheels tour. Before that was '89, that tour, and then Voodoo Lounge was a few years after that.
He left after '89.
But I'll tell you one thing: Daryl Jones does fine financially. They take care of him. He does all right.
Sure.
He doesn't get the chunk they get, but I mean, he does fine.
They're trying to bring an outside bass player into the band.
A bass player.
Bass player. Cook.
All right. Any of these clips? Any of these other clips worth playing, Ben?
I don't remember.
We had the Canadian question, the Cash, final tour, tax reasons.
Oh, the tax reasons, idiot. That guy. I guess.
That's BBC more.
Yeah.
Typical Brit.
Listen to
dry and dull.
Yeah, listen to this winner.
Hello. 2 more questions,
Steve Evans from the BBC. You're quoted as leaving Britain for tax reasons.
Where are you, Mr.
Over here.
Tax reason question? This sounds a really boring question you're going to come out with now. Only an Englishman could come up with one of these questions.
I'm a Welshman, actually.
Go on, yeah.
You're quoted as leaving England for tax reasons because you didn't want to pay the tax, and rehearsing in Canada for tax reasons.
We love Canada. We would never rehearse there for tax reasons.
How much is money driving you, and how much is music driving you?
Wait.
Legitimate question. I'll give it to
It's
him.
not a very popular question. We're going to pass on that silly question.
You can have the money, pal.
Better than the oh-so-sexy news question.
Yeah, hear the rest of the media, though. Oh, God, no.
I didn't like it either, because I thought it was because, like, the Stones have money, man. I mean, these are the Stones. I mean, he was just trying to be a real journalist.
You always want more money, though.
Yeah.
If you got money, like, there's always the quest for more. A lot of people.
It's a dick question, though, and he was doing it to be a dick.
It is a dick question, but
and
it's a
rise
legitimate
above it.
question.
Maybe, but... You know, he was trying to be the guy who didn't get caught up in the rock star moment.
Stuffy English twat.
Yeah,
That's
really
what he is. You're a twat.
The problem was, though, I mean, there were the questions for what did they answer? Maybe 15 questions. There wasn't anything. There was maybe one question about the set list, what songs they're going to play, or about they're going to have seats inside the stage.
No one ever knows what to ask at these things.
Jim does.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that would have been a treat.
We came so close, man.
I was
so close.
ready to get up there and you guys, the energy, and finish whatever it was up with, you know, and then just boom. I'd love to have had that dead silence.
What the fuck?
All right, let's get Black Earl on the air. Earl, what's up?
Brothers, what's happening?
Hey. Brothers, my brother.
You nailed it right on the head. This is my second press conference, and the questions just seem to get stupider and stupider as the years go on.
I'm more and more stupid.
Stupider.
Stupider.
It's early. I'm sorry. But Jim was absolutely hilarious. Every time they would ask one of these really dumb questions, he would rip out this really loud, obnoxious laugh. Hello?
Thanks, Earl.
Yeah.
Earl?
Yeah.
Did you have fun at the press conference?
I had a lot of fun. You get the pictures I sent you?
Yeah.
You were passing as a, what was he, Swiss? Sweden? What was the seat from?
He was passing as a Swiss schwoogie.
Swiss?
Hey!
How about the guy that's sponsoring the tour that got up?
Yeah.
AmeriQuest.
Yeah, they had the guy, this corporate guy gets up, and it's just like he just bombed over and over again.
Yeah, he was coming up with those cute corporate jokes. Do we have that? That's the stuff we need to play.
He comes up and he goes, now, how is insurance... What was it?
Yeah.
How is insurance... Like being a rock, some awful question. Everybody wanted him dead. That was one thing we were universal on, even the BBC guy behind us.
Yeah, it was just really bad.
Oh,
and then the guy from Rolling Stone asked him about because he said something about commercials being aired while the tour's on.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
And then the guy from Rolling Stone asked him, and Mick's just like, that was a joke.
Right.
Just totally slammed the guy from Rolling Stone.
And everything that's wrong with regular radio, okay? I'm sitting next to some guy babbling.
That's Pierre.
From
Pierre from MMR.
We kicked his ass when we were on regular radio.
And what he's doing, well, this is why. They introduced a new song. Mick's like, we're going to do a new song. And I hear him going, a brand new song by the Rolling Stones. And they're playing it, and it's good. And he fucking just won't shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
Shut your fucking mouth. You regular radio guy. And you fucking hear it. The whole just trying to hit the post on a song he's never heard.
Right.
How about this? Here's the new Rolling Stones song, I'll Shut My Fucking Face.
Right.
I'll say one thing.
You're looking at the latest painting from an artist, and this ass is like standing in your way,
it's
basically.
It's got to be about him.
Right. And I guess he's taping for his radio show back in Philly, so of course regular radio, these idiots get nervous if they haven't talked in a minute or two.
Of course.
So like, all right, you're listening to the... Shut up and let it play.
I will say one thing, though. He was one of the guys who was really into the music. Like, he really is a Stones fan, obviously.
Yeah.
He was kind of annoying me. He was moving around so much. But I respected that. I'm like, at least he's not some stiff shirt like the rest of these assholes.
But he wouldn't shut up.
Oh, he wouldn't shut his fucking mouth.
Oh.
God almighty, I hate that. I used to hate when I tried to tape songs off the radio. And they would just keep yapping and yapping. Let the music play. No one is going, let's tune to another station. This is only the opening guitar riff.
Right.
Oh, here's the guy. Okay, here's the guy. Let's listen to the guy. Fucking out-of-touch idiots.
It was funny. All right, yeah, play that last one. Let's see what this one was about.
Has your account made any projections yet on what kind of cash you will be bringing if you make a sellout tour?
How much money we what?
What kind of projection you'll have in terms of cash from a sellout tour?
Look.
Keith just chimes in with those in millions. Keith just says like this. He just comes from way out of left
like
field
got
on
Tourette's.
Oh, I'll play the final tour thing because Charlie Watts jumps in and basically said, yes, this is the final tour because he just can't take it anymore.
Well, he's just going through cancer and,
Cancer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a rough time of it.
So I think throat cancer. Earl, where does he have cancer?
Throat cancer.
Yeah.
From smoking, or you don't know?
Don't know.
Wow.
All right, here's another Who Cares clip.
Cornelia Kretschmar from GMTV in Britain. Each time you do a tour these days, over here, each time you do a tour these days, people say it's your last one. Is this your last one?
Well, yes. Charlie might say, but we don't really plan tours and say this is the last tour. We certainly don't announce the tour as the last tour. I think that's a trap to sort of try and get other people to buy your tickets and say, well, I'll never see them again. We never said this is going to be our last tour. We never think about it. We take each tour as it comes.
Hi,
Yeah, I mean...
that's a good question, though.
Yeah, Mick Jagger will be doing this for at least another 10 years, with or without the rest of the guys.
70 in his 70s.
Oh, the guy is so ahead of the rest of them, it's obvious.
He is in amazing shape, and he sounded great, man.
Jesus. He'll be doing it at least another 10, you watch.
Mick?
These guys will die off around him, and he'll just continue, somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Oh, it was obvious.
Just surround himself with other musicians and keep going, trudging on.
All right.
Well, I bet you those tickets, though, man. Ben said they're playing the Beacon Theater as well. I bet you those tickets are going to go for $50, $60. It's going to be hard to get.
At least.
Earl, anything else to add?
If they're a dime.
Actually, can I plug a show?
What are you plugging?
Earl, what is it first?
Well, Saturday, May 14th at Symphony Space, the Black Rock Coalition will be appearing, doing a tribute to Ray Charles.
How timely.
Black Rock Coalition.
What is the Black Rock Coalition?
Well, you know what it is.
I honestly don't.
We know it as a radio show you want to do. Where
how do they do something live?
Wait, we haven't told the new audience about Earl and his dream.
Well, it's not a... Well,
Earl, give your pitch to Eric Logan, because Earl's been trying to get Eric Logan on the phone for a while. And all kidding aside, Earl is a hard worker, and we'd love to have him around XM. But Eric's not really returning your calls yet, is he now?
No.
All right, and what's your idea?
Well,
he listens to us every day. Go ahead.
I said it's really sort of like an alternative rock show for black people.
Uh-huh.
No, it's like rock and roll by black people.
So what you're not talking about the usual stuff like hip-hop that you would hear
that
black
at all.
people play. So what type of bands would you play on this show?
What would your top 5 bands be?
Right now, Mars Volta.
Yeah, true.
Block Party, a great band out of England.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a guy like John Legend, who's selling a ton of records right now.
He's got some new names. It used to just be Living Color.
Yeah.
Living Color and Fishbone. Yeah.
And this is the Bo Diddley weekend. All Bo Diddley.
This amazing spoken word guy named Saul Williams.
Now you're losing.
After 3 on the rock station, you have to go to a guy who talks.
Spoken word. As far as new stuff.
All word is spoken.
That's true.
Why does it have to be the coalition? Why does everything have to be so militant sounding?
It doesn't. I don't think it sounds militant at all.
It does too. Well, Black Rock Coalition.
Well, the original name was Collective, but they thought it sounded too
faggoty.
How about just Black Rock?
Well, you know how everything is. It's a branding thing.
It's got to be a coalition.
Yeah. Like there's a big... Is In Living Color even together anymore?
Yes, they are.
Really?
Stones like them.
Yeah, they opened up for him back in '89.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's more of it's more than musicians. It's photographers, it's writers, it's a coalition.
Right.
All right. I think you really sold it.
Yeah.
Your phone should be ringing any second from Eric Logan.
It's early, guys. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Well, this is your big moment to sell the show.
No, Amy, but there's all this amazing music coming out that no one gets to hear because it keeps falling under the cracks of, well, it doesn't rock enough or it's too R&B enough, and there's all this stuff that's out there, and we would do the show that would feature all this music.
Now,
hold on, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm looking at Matt Lauer interview Mick. and Rich.
Get this audio immediately.
Look at, oh my God.
Mick and Keith Richards. He probably got them right at, that was right at the,
oh
right
my
after the set.
God, look at Keith's belly.
I told you, he's
Oh
skin and
my
bones with a beer belly. I've never seen anything like that in my life. You got to see him without that jacket
Is
on.
he still smoking too?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow, he looks old.
All right, Earl, we got to let you go.
Looks like Freddy Krueger on that hat.
Just want to let you know, the show's May 14th at Symphony Space on 95th and Broadway.
All right, cool.
Thanks, Earl.
Thanks, Earl.
Freddy Krueger.
I wonder if he got a picture with the band. The black guy, they don't even acknowledge the black guy.
No. He would be on the Black Rock Coalition, though, right?
What's his name do? Not Woods.
Let's get a taste of that.
Ron Woods. What does Ron Woods play?
Ron Wood plays guitar.
Oh, there's two guitarists?
Keith and Woody. Daryl Jones plays bass.
Okay.
Watts plays drums. And Mick
Why
occasionally
don't they
plays guitar.
Dude, why don't they just introduce him into the band then if he's been there for so long? Like, Metallica doesn't have, didn't have Kirk standing on the side or you know, why don't they just bring him in the band?
Well, why don't you call Mick and ask him?
No, but I mean, that does make sense. He's not, I thought he was just a studio guy who backed up on stage. I didn't realize he was the bassist.
Well, I mean, when they go on tour, they have a whole bunch of other musicians. You know, like yesterday, that Brown Sugar version, there's usually a saxophone involved. That was just them. And, you know, they have backup singers for Gimme Shelter. They usually have two black
You think Joe
chicks.
Wyman is rich now?
Well, he got a divorce. Remember he married that girl that was really young? Yeah.
He left the band 15 years ago?
And
Do they hate each other?
No, he put out a great book. He put out a great book a few years ago, and he collected all through. He saved everything, and it was all of the stuff he had saved. It was pretty interesting, actually.
Why doesn't he go back to the band?
He doesn't need to. He probably wants to just enjoy his life. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take a break. Is that it right there?
Yeah.
No, I want to play this. Here's an excerpt of the new song by the Rolling Stones, a song called "Oh No, Not You Again." Yeah, we started the show talking about the Rolling Stones press conference yesterday, and we saw Matt Lauer there, and then we saw Matt Lauer's interview on TV, so we want to just, listen in and see what he did with the Rolling Stones yesterday.
Ooh.
See if there's anything there, because we thought it was kind of, he just looked out of place. Everyone else kind of was, I don't know, everyone was looking the part, and he's there in his suit jacket and jeans and tapping his foot.
Well, all these news guys think, for some reason, because the Rolling Stones are old, and they've been around for a long time, that's the one act that when they comment on, they can be the expert. Like any other rock band, they can't really talk about it because their whole persona on the news is very stiff and stuffy, and we know. But for some reason, they can let their hair down with the Rolling Stones. Oh, I grew up with them, and it reminds them of, when they were younger, and they all of a sudden start talking like they can relate to the whole rock scene. It's just awkward.
Inevitably, when you guys announce a tour, a couple of questions come off right off the bat. And one is why. And I read something you said in an interview that I thought was fascinating. You said, why don't people ask that of a John Lee Hooker or someone like a B.B. King or someone like that? That you almost think there's an inverse racism here. In a way. That when the older white guys go out on tour, people say, why are they going out on tour?
Yeah.
And
What? Are you insane?
They gotta try to put some angle on everything.
Racism.
An inverse racism thing going on.
First of all, racism is racism. There's no such thing as reverse discrimination or inverse racism, you ass. If it's racist in nature, it's racism regardless of the race that's perpetuating it.
Mm-hmm.
The reason they ask why another tour is because they're a much bigger commercial success than guys like John Lee Hooker and stuff like that. Those guys, you could look at them and go, wow, they really do it for the music. These guys have been doing it forever. Yeah, sure, they made a few bucks doing it, but the Stones, it's a commercial thing much more than
You don't think B.B. King is going out there for money? At this point in his career, I think B.B. King is only going out there for money.
You think?
You see him doing the commercials. What he's doing? Burger joint commercials and stuff.
You can't defend that. You're right.
Matt Lauer sitting there making it sound like B.B. King or whatever his point was. The whole thing that the B.B. King, they don't ask B.B. King if he does it for the money. Of course he's doing it for the money.
Maybe
stop it.
Maybe Mick, and I don't know what Mick's answer is, but to me it sounds like Mick was implying, why are these guys, maybe because they're blues artists or whatever, just seen as doing it for the art, but as a rock band or whatever, You understand what I mean? And plus, B.B. King doesn't have press conferences like this. Him and John Lee Hooker are not... I mean, B.B. King's a legend, but if he called a press conference like that, you think you get that turnout?
No.
It's the Rolling Stone.
Right.
And everyone knows they're billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably the wealthiest group. I mean, maybe you too, but that's
they
why
have
they
the
ask.
most profitable tours of all time
They're
when they go
mammoth.
out. Yeah.
They sell out fucking stadiums. B.B. King can't sell out a stadium.
No.
He's a very famous guy and a great artist, but he can't sell out a fucking a baseball stadium.
Multi-day shows at stadiums that are being sold out. Yeah.
It's a stretch just to bring the racism in like that, though.
I know.
What
Why
are you doing?
Dude, it's like Eric Logan says. You put these guys in a place, and you're going to sell a few tickets.
Why hasn't he called to defend his quote in Rolling Stone yet? Where's Eric Logan? Where's Elo?
Or someone like that you almost think there's an inverse racism here.
In a way.
That when the older white guys go out on tour,
Yeah.
people say, why are they going out on tour?
Yeah.
And the jazz and blues guys go out on tour no matter what age they are.
You croak on stage, you know. I mean, so we're no really different. We're just musicians. I mean, it's other people's bags that we get put in, and I mean, right, because we're white. You've made a load of money. Why the hell would you want to do that? Yeah, because we love it. It's as simple as that.
We are musicians and we play. That's what we do. Okay, but. So we're the same as any other musician. That's what you do. That's your job. So that you want to do your job that you enjoy doing. But the other thing is that the difference, perhaps, between us and these other people is that we make a big lot of noise about it.
Yeah, there you go.
He is saying that. Big press conference thing.
All right.
I mean, what's a dumb question? If you want to ask why, but the inverse racism, Matt, stop trying to be interesting. It's a dumb question.
Mm-hmm. That was a really bad question.
When you talk about the dynamic that exists between you two, and I watch you two sitting side by side, I think, Keith, you said something, it's not a quote, but to the effect of, you guys like to antagonize each other.
Sometimes.
But not too much.
To get the blood flowing.
Flowing, yeah, but not flowing that much.
Yeah.
Just to get it rising, essentially.
You want to get so that you get to the point where you can go negative on that.
Because it sounds a little like the married couple that fights so that they can have great sex after they make up.
Could be.
Well, I don't remember that bit.
We've never got that.
You think you would have remembered that?
I think I might have done, even in the days of yore. But I think that...
No, it seems to work like that. Sometimes a mixed temperament is very different to mine at times, when we start to work together, we suddenly seem to have the same.
Yeah.
And it's... You know, I mean,
I think
everybody's
we're both very passionate about what we do. We have different ways of working. I think everyone does.
You're probably right there. I mean, if we didn't care, we'd say, oh, just sling a couple of songs together and see it and just throw them against the wall, you know.
Yeah, what?
All I can think of is Pirates of the... What was Johnny Depp's movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Let's go to Kevin in Philly. Kevin?
Hey, I was going to say, if John Lee Hooker had a press conference, they better bring shovels, because he's been dead for about 6 months now.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
Good point.
All right, I'm punching.
Oh, nice. And Matt Lauer referred to John Lee Hooker, right?
Mm-hmm. The last question wasn't bad. The interview so far is not awful. It's not as typical as you... At least I'll say it's not typical.
All right, we got another quick one here.
Ooh.
You go out there and you put yourself on the line, and you make sure you're as good as you possibly can be, and you don't about, and you don't rest on your laurels, and you just give the best show you can. And even if you feel terrible, you've got a cold, your back's aching, and all that crap, and you just do it. And because you are putting yourself on your line, and those people have paid whatever money, good money to see you, and you better be bloody good.
What did they bleep?
I don't know.
I said fucking.
Oh, because this is available for everyone on XM or something?
No,
this came right off the Today Show?
Mm.
Oh, okay.